In the fourth fight in the prelims, we got a bantamweight matchup between Jack Shore going up against Liudvik Sholinian, where Jack Shore comes in at 14-0 and is the minus 470 favorite, whereas Sholinian comes in at 9-2-1 is the plus 360 underdog. Jack Shore comes in fighting out Arbitrator Wales, and is 26 years old, 136 pounds. He's 5'8", with a 71-inch reach, and he fights out of Shore Mixed Martial Arts Gym, whereas Sholinian is fighting out of Kyiv, Ukraine. He's 31 years old, 136 pounds. He's 5'10". His reach is not listed on here, and then he fights out of Aram Gym. With this matchup, first you got Jack Shore, who is a striker who tends to throw singular strikes. He likes to throw a snap and jab or a lead left hook and 1 and 2s. He goes for a lot of lead leg kicks that usually aren't with a purpose, and tends to not move his head and always steps back to avoid incoming strikes. His striking is primarily used to open up his grappling tendencies. He used the straight right to get into a clinch or get his opponent backed up along the fence. He likes to go for the body lock into leg trips or double leg takedown, and only goes for singles when the first two don't work. He's a very well-rounded grappler that is aggressive and always looking for a top guard. Ground and pound and arm triangles are his go-to on top, and getting the back is an option for him when opponents tend to fight submission and in position on the ground. He has great get-ups, good takedown defense, and is slick on the mat. And his grappling pace is infinite, but struggles at times against good strikers, whereas Sholinian has predictable movement and striking on his feet. He throws the naked jab and the straight right often singly. He tends to leave his hands low and also dips his head to the right when anticipating the clinch up close. He likes to go for double leg takedowns and has a good tendency to cut the corner when opponents try and sprawl to take their back instead of continuing the takedown attempt. He tends to slow down after 2 rounds, and his striking is very basic. This is a good matchup for Jack Shore in the fact that he is kind of weak against strikers, but he's very dominant with his grappling. And Sholinian, he has good striking, but it's not anything crazy. He's more of a he throws just the most basic stuff, like in singular fashion. And like I said, he throws the jab and the straight right, but he never mixes anything up often. And then he goes for like these takedowns that are kind of like lazy. And he looks to capitalize on his opponents when he's trying to take them down. If he sees that they're trying to stall him or sprawl, he's just going to jump to the back. And a guy like Jack Shore is going to know what's happening because he knows the tendencies from being a great grappler himself. And I think what's going to happen is just like it said, he's going to try and time those singular strikes that Sholinian throws. After round 1, I think round 1, you're going to see a little bit of Sholinian have success with throwing those strikes. I think it's going to be more of a feeler type of round where he's throwing that jab, throwing that straight right, and then Shore's just seeing what he can do. He might throw a couple things, but it could be like an easy steal of a round for Sholinian. And then I think round 2 is when you're going to see a lot of Jack Shore try his tricks of the trade. He's going to try and lock him up, get in close, throw him on the fence, like use his strikes to back up Sholinian. And when he's on the fence, he's going to try and take him down with the double leg takedown, and then just start toying with him on the ground, throwing strikes, trying to get him baited into positions where he can lock in submission. I think he's just going to tire him out to where in round 3, where Sholinian doesn't have much left or he has already wasted half of his gas tank. That's when you're going to see Jack Shore go for his submission attempts. You might see him get him down, try and lock in an arm bar, or maybe try and lock in on the back as Sholinians get up and get the rear naked choke. But I think at the end of the day, I got him getting the win by guillotine. I think you're going to get that situation where he's on the fence and the first clinched up and fighting, and it's going to leave an opening for for Jack Shore to lock in the guillotine and make Liudvik Sholinian tap. So therefore, with this fight, I got Jack Shore defeating Liudvik Sholinian by third round submission via guillotine.